Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to be here in the Philippines, doing what I like best, seeing programs on the ground and interacting with real people. I have, since arrival, had interaction with His Excellency the President of the Republic, and he, in my view, is one of the most committed heads of states I've met. He actually comes across without any ego, and I see from his aura and from his statements that he truly believes in a progressive Philippines. I've also, since that meeting yesterday, had interaction with former President Ramos, who we consider to be the grandfather of the ICPD, and has contributed tremendously to the progress we've made in the issues of women and children's health. And this morning, I had the great opportunity of interacting with the ambassadors who actually are friends of UNFPA and friends of reproductive health and rights. And we had a very constructive engagement in which we exchanged ideas as to what needed to happen in this country and indeed in the region and in the world to advance the cause of women and girls and their rights in the context of reproductive health and development. And just before now, I also was engaged with young people across the various regions of this country, and also asking various questions as to how UNFPA and indeed my good self engage and would engage with young people. I have to say that I have yet to see a more vibrant group of young people, because they were fully engaged in the issues of adolescent sexual and reproductive health and rights. And we at UNFPA believe and are committed to working with them, making a difference to their own lives and the lives of generations of Filipinos to come. And UNFPA is an organization that is unique in itself. And as Hugo has said, was actually started by a Filipino, a dedicated gentleman who believed in the rights of women. And since the inception of this organization in the 60s, has made a difference in the lives of people around the world. Today, we have recommitted ourselves to providing assistance and working with governments around the world to ensure that the lives of women and young people are secured. Not only in terms of providing services and commodities for family planning, but also protecting their rights and ensuring that we create a policy atmosphere that would ensure that programs reach people in the most equitable fashion around the world. We also, of course, are committed to providing assistance in humanitarian circumstances, which is not foreign to the Philippines. The Philippines is one of those hotspots in the world where disasters do happen for various reasons. And we here, in the context of disaster reduction strategies, have engaged with the government of the Philippines and our other UN partners to ensure that we do this properly. Now, as correspondents of various organizations, you also must be aware that the United Nations at this point in time is in the process of redefining what we call sustainability goals around the world. And next month in Rio, there's going to be a meeting on sustainability. And the Rio conference seeks to define what the world will have, or begin to define what the world will have beyond 2015. The MDGs came into being in the year 2000. But we, of course, so we have 3 years for that to expire, but we're looking beyond that. And we're asking the questions, how should the UN, including UNFPA, and the international community position itself to be able to lead the development agenda beyond 2015. And so we have a task and a duty in our hands to try and put together the environment, the economic and the social pillars of development to define what would be a very organic system going forward that would provide for all of us a better world beyond 2015. We also at UNFPA are looking at our mandate and what defines our mandate, which is the International Conference on Population and Development, which took place in 1994. And we are currently reviewing progress that we have made with this mandate. And we hope that it will also inform the development agenda beyond 2015. So, as we speak, there are many parallel things, or they're not parallel, there are many convergent things happening, which we hope would ensure that we as an organization can be more contextual in the way we do business, can also ensure that what we do and how we do it, working with member states and working with partners on the ground, will continue to make a difference to the lives of people so that we can provide a world where every pregnancy is wanted, every childbirth is safe, and the life of every young person is enriched and their potential is fulfilled. I thank you. I'll take questions.